What is going on, everyone? Welcome. So some very crazy news right now. So I'm going to go ahead and start off we're going to go ahead and talk about what is going on with Pepe. Massive news, what we could be expecting in the next coming days and coming weeks. So let's go ahead and go straight to it. If everybody is brand new, welcome to the channel. Go ahead and make sure to definitely like and comment. I would say subscribe, but liking and commenting down in the video helps a lot more. Let's go ahead and get this video out there. I've been doing daily content on Pepe 2.0, and any news that comes out, I get straight to it. First thing I do when I wake up in the morning, I look at Telegram, check what's going on. And I woke up this morning and, breaking news. So the Pepe 2.0 Twitter account got hacked and is currently suspended. So the team is currently working on that. We're going to go straight into the news. And yeah, so in my opinion, that's kind of like a good thing, right? Because if we're already getting attacked, that means that the team is definitely doing something right. We're getting the attention and we're catching a lot of haters. So I would definitely go ahead and say that the fact that the Twitter did get hacked is a good and a bad thing, right? It's the haters definitely means that we're doing something right to the community. People are getting jealous of what the community is bringing to the table. And with that being said, let's go ahead and do some quick Pepe 2.0 TA, which doesn't really work to be honest, due to the fact that the token's brand new. But I do see something forming very, very important that usually plans out really well. Obviously none of this is financial nor legal advice. So we're going to be talking about Pepe 2.0. So congratulations, we finally hit the $10,000 holder mark. So now we're at 10,007. Preferably what I like to do to go ahead and make sure we do have those holders is by actually going to the smart contract, due to the fact that sometimes Dex Tools isn't updated too well. And yeah, it says 10,007 and right here it says 10,080. So kind of goes with what I was saying, that it doesn't really show. So always go to the smart contract directly. That's what I would definitely say would be the best way to go ahead and make sure we do have the right amount of holders. And as you could tell, we actually we're about up 4%. So that's pretty good. Sorry if I'm all over the place. Literally just woke up, saw the news, and I'm like, you know what? We're going to go ahead and do a live video now to go ahead and put these news out there to everybody, and everybody that is a Pepe 2.0 holder. If you're a holder, definitely make sure to like and comment, but most importantly, subscribe, because I will be doing daily content on Pepe 2.0, whether it's daily, weekly, any second that I can talk about this project that is breaking news. I'll make sure to be the first influencer in the space, if you want to call it, to be breaking these news to you live if they're very urgent, as of like the Twitter getting hacked. A lot of people are freaking out and could be, bringing in FUD. But I do want to go ahead and talk about what happened around this area, right? Because a lot of people were freaking out about that. And, some very crazy things have been going on in the last couple days. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you why I've been bullish, even though I did see this massive dip, and why I continue to be bullish. So to go ahead and start off, if anybody jumped in around this top area and sold right here, it kind of sucks, because I do think the token is going to go ahead and take a massive pump. But most importantly, what causes dump, right? What causes dump was that not only did we get FUD from an influencer, I think in the Twitter space, that started, throwing all this, bad things into Pepe 2.0, saying like this and that. I'm not too sure what he said, because as soon as he said it and the FUD started, he deleted all his comments of him, saying about the project. I'm not sure what he said, but based on what I've gathered my information on the Telegram group and from what the dev team said, he said he started spreading FUD and quickly deleted all the messages. And you would ask yourself, why would someone go ahead and do that, right? Well, that's a great question. Starters, the reason why they would do that is due to the fact that, one, they just don't want to see the project succeed and they only want to see theirs, or they just don't like seeing, people happy. We live in such an unfortunate world where it kind of seems like people get better satisfaction off seeing people, down. It's kind of a weird thing, but I'm not a psychologist, so I don't know what the mindset behind that is. But especially in the crypto space, we kind of have like these little cults that are going on that, I'm better because I hold this token, you're bad because, you invest in altcoins or meme coins, Bitcoin to the moon. Like we have all these kind of maxis, and people get mad when they start seeing other projects succeed, and leaving that what would you call it? Not the loyalty with the community that they're in, but starting to see those people just move to another community. And a lot of people find that they don't like that, they hate it, and then they start causing panics just like this, because they just don't want to see other projects succeed. They want to see people down. They want projects to crash, and that's the reason why they cause these dumps, right? Another reason too is because if these whales have influence, they have the money, and they could go ahead and throw FUD, well, they could go ahead and short the market all the way down, make money while they're shorting the market. Plus, they also have a really good buying entry before that next pump to the upside. So they really just did that just to go ahead and shake out a lot of people. That's the second reason. The third reason is obviously profit takers. A lot of people bought in the first day and are probably up, life-changing wealth for them, which could be, 100,000, 10,000, 5,000, 200,000. I don't know. But people, were just taking profits. And that's what also caused the dump in the market. Well, you'll ask yourself, so what is going on from here moving forward? Well, one of the biggest milestones that we hit was the holders, right? We hit the holders. It does seem like we have been finding an area of support. I was talking about this area of support in the live stream, in the last couple live streams. If you guys haven't checked out, go ahead and check that out. I was mentioning that one of the biggest indicators that we definitely need is we need volume to go ahead and pick up, and we need to go ahead and find a base support area in order for this project to continue to go up. And it looks like we've been doing that so far. We broke the last periods of support, and basic technical analysis, support becomes resistance, and resistance becomes a new support. And this was once prior an area of support, meaning that every time it touched this area, it usually bounced, dumped, and then it pumped back again. And it looks like we currently found a new area of support, which we could go ahead and say it's around this area right here, right? Kind of what I predicted. Usually when it has these pumps, same thing with Pepe. It's doing a very similar pattern as Pepe for all those that are not aware. But Pepe did the same thing. It pumped, had FUD. It dumped over a little bit over 70-80%. People thought it was dead. Those that saw the bigger vision bought in, and then had massive pumps to the upside. So this happened very similar to Pepe, the original one, and this happens very similar to a lot of projects. You can't keep on going up forever. A lot of people have that mistake that if they don't see a green day, they should sell. It's like these projects take time. You need to go ahead, like the dev said, you need to go ahead and just be patient. Just hold on to the bag. If you believe in the project, just hold and just see where the market's going. Obviously, if the project's not doing any improvements, then that's when you could go ahead and decide to go ahead and take an L, move forward, cut your losses, or whatever the case is, right? But yeah, so most importantly, you also have to keep in mind the project's only out about 5 days, and they've already gotten listed on over 5 exchanges. The top 20 to 30 exchanges. They're looking to go ahead and get an exchange right now. They're in the talks with a tier 1 exchange, which could be anywhere between Coinbase, which I doubt, just because of how Coinbase was with the original Pepe, but who knows, what else was Binance? Binance would be a massive one. We all know what happened in Binance when Shiba launched on Binance. The market went crazy, and that's what could happen, right? We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what exchange is listing, but what I could definitely go ahead and say that what the team has done in a short amount of time frame, I haven't seen in such a long time. And the fact that the dev takes his time to go ahead and form these Twitter spaces, forms these Telegram groups, and a lot of actors in the past have done the same thing that ended up rug pulling and doing all this, right? But the amount of awareness Pepe 2.0 has gathered in this short term is massive. They have over insane volume, insane market cap. We're over, I think the second day it hit over, second or third, yeah, I think it was within the second day it hit over 50 million market cap. What kind of project can you say that has done that? What's up, man? What's up? Welcome. Who else can you say that did that? You know what I mean? No other project has done that. Not even the original Pepe was able to do and break 50 million market cap in one day, or in 2 days, right? So what Pepe 2.0 has been doing within the last 5 days has been insane. And I think that moving forward, it's only going to get better, in my opinion, right? This is just solely my opinion. But at 10,000 holders that we finally broke last night, that is insane. It's still a gem that no one has ever found out. 10,000 holders is pretty good. In my opinion, anything under 20,000 when it comes to like these meme coins, it's really good to jump in. Can you go ahead and jump in at 30,000 holders? Because Shiba and all these other projects have over 100,000 holders, right? Yeah, it's really good. But in my opinion, in order to make like the crazy, if you want to call it, life-changing wealth, where you could turn a couple, those stories of turning a couple grand to a couple million, that's when you get into projects that are under the 20,000 holder mark. I'm not saying you can't make money above that. This project you could go ahead and make money, a lot of money, even until we hit that 1 billion market cap. If we do, right? If we do. I think it's possible, but it all really comes down to if we do. It all comes down to the community. It all comes down to spreading the awareness and making sure that everybody knows what's going on with the projects. Like, for example, like I found out the Twitter, their Twitter got suspended. What's going on? Well, it got hacked. We need to go ahead and keep that awareness to everybody who is a holder, in order for them not to go ahead and FUD and panic, because there is bad actors in the space that are going to go ahead and quickly throw those news out there like, oh, this is going on. And people that, either are new to the space or don't have the time to go ahead and do the research, if they go ahead and see that the Pepe 2.0 Twitter is no longer active and it's just suspended, like what's going to go through your mind if you're not aware of what's going on, right? You might think, damn, like they rugged, this is a scam, whatever the case is, right? Well, that's the reason why we have to go ahead and keep this awareness level up with the community, because there's so much the team could go ahead and do. At the end of the day, when it comes to these meme tokens, it's all about the community, right? Look at Doge, look at Shiba, what really utility was behind these projects? Just the community. That's a pretty massive utility, right? Attention. Look at these big influencers, like let's say the Kim Kardashians, all these rappers, whatever the case is, celebrities, right? Some of them don't have really that much of a talent, right? They're probably just good entertainers. They probably make you laugh. Whatever the case is, that's some sort of value. And that's the way it works with a lot of these meme tokens, is that if there's no actual like utility behind it, like a life-changing AI blockchain solution that's going to change the world, the only value that we have with these projects is the community value, the awareness. And then look at Shiba. Yeah, now they're adding value to the project, like the metaverse, Shiba Swap, I believe, Bone, all these other things are adding. But from Doge, I haven't really heard much. And Doge hit over 70 cents through the influence of the community and through the influence of, obviously, Elon Musk. But what I'm trying to say here, everyone, is that even with TA, you could really go ahead and go back and forth, and we could go ahead and pin down and say, we're going to go ahead and 20, 30, 40x from here. I don't know. We don't know. There's really no saying. The only way we could go ahead and go based off on is, like I mentioned, the basic support and resistance lines. And even then, those don't really give us that much information because the project's only out for a couple of days. But it does look like we are having an uptrend. Volume has slowly been picking up, and the amount of holders have been going up as well. So that is pretty bullish. Now this area that we're currently in right now, and I don't want to go ahead and bore anybody, but I like looking at these TA charts and getting these predictions of seeing where the projects could go, right? Some people don't care, and it's understandable. But I'm just going to go ahead and keep it simple. If we break above this line right here, that's going to be pretty bullish. That means we will be, pushing higher to the upside. If we get rejected around this area, we could go ahead and consolidate for a while, just stay here for a while. Consolidating just means it's kind of just not doing much. It's staying just in one place or is making very small movements. But if we do go ahead and hold around this area and don't fall below, we're pretty good. Obviously, we do fall down below this area and we break this support around right here with the little circle where you see it. Well, obviously, it's going to be pretty bearish, right? But I think, in my opinion, what is currently going on the 1 hourly, and I think this might be going on another chart as well, it's a cup and handle pattern. Usually with the cup and handle pattern, for all those that are not aware, it's a pretty strong bullish pattern, and it's called a cup and handle pattern because it forms literally a cup and then a little handle, and then it dumps around this area, which is what I've been kind of saying. And we're going to go ahead and pump to the upside. And for all those that are not aware of, TA, like I said, let's see, cup and handle pattern. I called this on Bitcoin, I think it was 2 years ago, and it happened. I think it was like when Bitcoin was at probably a little bit over, I can't recall, but I do know that when I called the cup and handle pattern, it hit. Currently right now there's a cup and handle pattern going on Bitcoin as well, and it looks like we are going to go ahead and break to the $35,000 to $42,000, and I've been saying that in the last couple of days as well. It's a very strong bullish pattern. And the scenario of what is going on with the market and the regular financial markets, it kind of adds on more juice to the fire, right? To go ahead and pump it to the upside. So this is a cup and handle pattern. Like I said, a cup, then the little handle, and then it breaks to the upside. But we have this little, this massive dump, which is around probably like 50 to 80%, right? Then we start pumping about back over 100%. Then we dip another additional 30 to 50%. And then we have that massive pump to the upside. And for all those that are not aware, Pepe has actually just pumped in the last 2-3 days a little bit over 200 to 300%. Obviously, that was after the fact that we dumped over 100% down, right? So just go ahead and keep that in mind. But that's the meme space. That is crypto in general, is that it pumps, it has massive pullbacks, and when it goes to the moon, it makes new all-time highs. And this is kind of an area that we're at right now. Support looks pretty good. Like I said, this is not enough data for me to go ahead and say that we could for sure do it. But based on all the predictions and what we've been seeing and what we've seen with Pepe, what original Pepe has done, we could definitely go ahead and say that Pepe 2.0 is following some very similar patterns. And it's a pretty bullish, indicator in my opinion. And, the fact that the crypto market right now is doing pretty good. See what the market's doing right now. I did see Bitcoin hit $31,000, so that's pretty good. The fact that it did hit $31,000. Okay, yeah, the market is doing pretty decent, considering the fact that it's going to be a pretty long holiday in the U.S. Unfortunately, we are influenced a lot by the U.S. markets. Hopefully, that decouples in the next year to 2 years. But Pepe's, trending as well. And I think Pepe, as long as Pepe succeeds as well, I think Pepe 2.0 is going to succeed. And that's what people have to go ahead and keep in mind. It's like I missed out on Pepe, the original one. Like I literally remember seeing the day it launched, and I was like, nah, this is gonna dump. I'm gonna go ahead and wait for the dip. Well, guess what? The dip never came. It just kept on pumping. And it had a few retracements, but because I wasn't really like looking at Pepe like that, I was like, nah, I don't think this is possible. Like we're in a super bear market. Like how is it possible that a project like Pepe could go ahead and hit, a million market cap? And it did. And right now they're at over 127,000 holders. And Pepe, in my opinion, can still go ahead and make new all-time highs. And the thing that's quite interesting is that Pepe is doing a cup and handle pattern right here themselves. And isn't it quite interesting that if Pepe is doing this cup and handle pattern and Pepe 2.0 is doing a similar pattern, that means that we kind of move with what is Pepe doing, And this is up right now, 69% as of right now, depending on the time you're watching. Hopefully that by the time you're watching, we're up like 500%, 1,000%. But looking at Pepe, the original one, it's doing a very similar pattern. But the difference is that this is on the daily chart. I obviously formed this head and shoulders pattern, which I called in the channel as well. I mentioned around this area right here that we will be seeing Pepe, the original, having a 70% decline. I called it slowly. It took a few more days. It didn't happen overnight. It did happen slowly, but it happened surely, and now we're pumping back up. And Pepe just had an over 100% pump in the last couple days, And right now we're breaking that cup and handle pattern. It's a very similar pattern that's going on right now with Bitcoin as well. I like using the Binance charts. It looks a lot cleaner. Let's see what Bitcoin's at right now. And then we're gonna go ahead and end the stream. Look, cup and handle pattern as well for Bitcoin. And I've been calling this cup and handle pattern for Bitcoin for quite a while, but I've been calling it on the weekly. See, on the weekly, cup, handle, and if we break that 31,700 area, like Bitcoin's gonna go ahead and go above $42,000 to $45,000, which I think is very possible. It's super possible, even considering the fact that what is going on with the market. But I think it's very possible. You know, now we have a lot of these hedge funds, BlackRock, whatever, all these big hedge funds talking about getting this ETF approval. Like, why would they want to get this ETF approval? Well, just go ahead and take a look at what is going on in the traditional markets, right? What is going on with the US markets? What is going on with the global markets? You know, they're not looking too well. You know, yes, stock markets are making new all-time highs, but the debt ceiling is raising, which is not good. And they're going to go ahead and have to look for another currency to go ahead and act on if their current currency for their country is, you know, devaluing literally every day. And the only thing that's going up is Bitcoin, you know, Bitcoin, whether that's Cardano, whether it's Pepe. You know, Pepe 2.0 and Pepe have more value than probably your currency that you're living in your country, depending on the kind of mindset you have, right? Like I said, it really all depends. Like, yeah, you can go, and some stores you can. You know, you could go ahead. You could go ahead and use Bitcoin, Pepe, whatever the case is, Shiba, to go ahead and make transactions. You know, but other countries they haven't been developed onto the technology yet, and with that being said, I think Bitcoin is going to break above that $31,000 area, like I've been saying, and I think we could be seeing $45,000 to $47,000 Bitcoin. And then from here, in my opinion, I think we're going to get rejected down to the $20,000 area, around 25. So I think we're going to go ahead and pump, then we're going to dump, retrace, and hopefully, if that breaks around the $47,000 area, or the 42,000, let's say. 42,000, because it's like 41,000.7 that has to break in order for us to, you know, get to those new all-time highs. But if we do break above that area, we will be seeing Bitcoin pump, and hopefully we could go ahead and see it retrace back to the $30,000 or $25,000 area. If we do see that retracement, then that's confirmation that the pattern has formed and that we will be making new all-time highs. But like I said, this is all speculation. This is solely my opinion. None of this is obviously financial advice, but, you know, as we're speaking, you know, Pepe is pumping, the original one, and I'm not sure if this is pumping as well. I didn't see this, but we're at 72%. You know, so it's looking pretty bullish in the markets right now at the moment. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and cut this stream now. I just want to go ahead and break those news, give you my opinion on what's going on, keep everybody updated instead of, you know, making a whole entire video, editing, doing all of this. I'm going to have to make some few changes with the stream, like with the thumbnail or whatnot. But for the most part, this is all raw content. So whatever I said incorrectly, whatever I did, you guys are going to be able to see it. And this is a lot easier for me in the sense that I'm able to go ahead and get these news out a lot quicker. Instead of me making a video, then, you know, it takes me a couple hours to go ahead and edit the video and post it. And, you know, by that time, you're kind of late to the news, right? You're going to be like, damn, like, I wish he would have told us a lot sooner. So, yeah, so we're doing this stream right now with what I've heard from the dev team on Telegram. Is that they said last week that we were going to go ahead and have a VC, you know, Sunday. Nothing happened. You know, they did say then Monday, so let's go ahead and see what happens. You know, I know the team is extremely busy, but hopefully we could go ahead and get a time set on like what the group chat's going to be set up on. And once we get whether it's going to be a voice chat or, you know, whatever is going to happen, right? I really doubt it's going to be on Twitter Spaces because of the fact that, you know, their Twitter is suspended right now. And I'm sure that's what they're working on. So we'll go ahead and see if they're even, you know, having a Telegram chat today. If they do, I'll go ahead and make sure to live stream it, and I'll go ahead and record it for everyone, so you guys can go ahead and watch it if you guys were not able to tune in for the group chat or the live. We're gonna go ahead and end the video now. Hope everyone has a great day. And like I mentioned, if you're still watching, make sure to like and comment. And most importantly, if you are a Pepe 2.0 holder, make sure to subscribe, that way so you guys can go ahead and get all the latest news on Pepe 2.0 a lot quicker and a lot faster. I'll catch everyone on to the next one.